There have been many opinions as to how Perak got its name. Some people say that the name is taken in conjunction the Bendahara Tung Perak from Malacca, while some others say that it is taken from the flash caused by a fish in the water which shone like a silver. Heading from 400,000 years to 8,000 years BC, Perak has gone through a series of evolutions. The finding of tools made from stone and human fossil known as the Perak Man are evidences of the Stone Age existence in Perak. Perak historically started when Muzaffar Shah I was installed as the state sultan in 1528. When tin was discovered in Larut, the prominence of Perak was even highly advanced as this came with the blooming of local economy and the discovery of even more mining areas. Natural rubber played a major role as well and is even being planted today. The significant economic development enjoyed by Perak came along with the birth of multiracial society, particularly after Chinese was introduced in the mining areas. For a long time, the British were greatly interested in Perak and intervened via the Panko Treaty that was signed in 1874. Introduction of residential system saw James W. Birch become the first president. The deviation of the residential system from its intended course led to negative results in Perak. The natives were not ready to be colonized, and this led to Datu Maharaja Lela lead an uprising revolt which ended up with President Birch being assassinated in 1875. The occupation of Malaya by the Japanese led to a lot of sufferings in Perak, and even it came to an end. Most of the states in Malay were left not stable. Malaya was granted independence by the British in 1957, which in short means that Perak now earned its freedoms, which sparked economic development.
So as you can see, this is flag of Perak. They contain three colors, which are black, yellow and white. And every color has their meaning. The stripes on the flag symbolize the three branches of the Perak royal family. White represent for the Sultan of Perak, yellow represent the Raja Muda, and the black one represent for the Raja Dihili. So as you can see, this is Perak in Malaysia map.
Okay, now let's take a look at demography of Perak. Based on the current statistic, there are 2.51 million people in Perak, 88%, Indian 12%, and last but not least, orang asli with 4% from the population.
Hey guys, so next, I am going to present about arts. In Perak, there are two kinds of arts, Tekad Benang Emas and Labu Sayung. Tekad Benang Emas or gold thread embroidery is an elegant traditional art that dates to the 15th century. Gold threads are woven by hand to form a spectacular floral motifs on velvet pieces. It can be used for decorating clothes and household objects within the royal family, such as curtains, cushions, tablecloths, and bed sheets. The video shown right now is the step in making the gold thread embroidery by Azizah binti Muhammad Yusuf. Their family started sewing for the royal family of Perak since 1920s. The material that they always used are imported from overseas, like the golden thread came from Germany and the velvet pieces came from England, Korea, and Japan. Perak also have Labu Sayung. Usually, Labu Sayung is made to store water, either in the kitchen or for everyday use. Villagers think that drinking from it has health benefits as considering its slightly porous nature that cools any water it contains. The video shown right now is a step in making Labu Sayung. The gourd making process is performed in steps. It starts with the soil being prepared. The soil was then pounded with a pestle and mortar. After that, the residual rubbish and lumps of stones are removed by sifting and filtering. To facilitate subsequent procedures, the soil is then formed into a cylinder. In the forming of Labu Sayang surface that is still half dry, the index finger plays a major role. The cylindrical shaped soil is placed on the plate and rolled into a circle. The formation starts from the bottom, which is the largest of the other parts. Next, the base and the neck part until you get the ideal shape of Labu Sayang.
Hi, I'm going to introducing you the architecture in Perak. The first architecture that I want to introduce is the Leaning Tower of Tolu Intan. This town is located near the bay of Perak River, and local people name this town as Tolu Intan, which means Bay of Diamond. This tower was built in 1885 by Guardians contractor named Leong Chun Chong. The pagoda-shaped design tower was influenced by Chinese architecture, and the majority population of this town was Chinese. Although it looked like an 8-story tower, but the brick structure is actually 3-story tower with 25.5 meters tall. The main targets of this tower were to store water for the locals during drought season, and the clock was used to keep time in case of fire. The main reason of this tower is leaning towards the southwest, where because of flash flood hit Tolu Intan in 1895, 10 years after the first construction. The soft ground where it was built and the weight of the water tank. Okay, the second architecture in Perak is a Buddhist mosque in Kuala Kangsar. This mosque is located in the royal town of Perak. This mosque is famous for its breathtaking yet amazing architecture, and a lot of tourists will come to pay a visit to this mosque. It was built in British colonial era 1917 during the reign of the 28th Sultan Perak, Sultan Idris Mushidul Azam Shah I. It was designed by British architect Arthur Benison Hapek, and the architecture was influenced by Indo-Saracenic style and Mughal architecture style, which this style also had been used in Taj Mahal, India. This mosque was built with central golden domes with 4 minarets and turrets topped with smaller golden domes. Italian marbles were used to add bands of darker colors to the white building. This mosque is quite interesting because there is a burial ground dedicated for the Perak Sultans and family members of the royal, named the Al-Ghufran Royal Mausoleum. The late of 28th Sultan Perak, Sultan Idris Mushidul Azam Shah I, was the first Sultan buried here. Next is the custom and tradition in Perak. First of all, in Malay Perak weddings, they have 5 levels of wedding ceremony. The first level is the engagement. Delegation of the male lead engagement delivery, and the mother of man wearing engagement ring to the woman. Second is the solemnization. Tok Kadi read the pronouncements of marriage and shaking hands with the groom. Third is the dyeing night. The bride wear henna on all her fingers and toes. This tradition was influenced by Indian tradition. Next, the wedding reception. The groom marched while accompanied by the sound of pompang. Both of bride and groom sit in the coach in front of all the guests. The custom continues with splatter or powdering the brides and groom with rose water, turmeric rice, and potpourri. To follow this tradition, the bride will wear Perak traditional clothes, putri Perak, for the wedding. The most interesting part is, dowries are mostly designed follows to the custom and tradition. They usually exchange dowry with salt and sugar, wrapped in a fruit or vegetable shape. The old ancestors believed that the marriage relationship is stronger together, just like salt and sugar.
This is celebration for Taipusam in Ipoh, Perak, Malaysia. There are thousands of devotees and visitors throng the Kalumalai Aramigo Subramania temple here on January 21. This is how it looks like when the night celebration of Taipusam. This is Noodle Food Festival. The food festival will be held at every state in Perak. In this year, food festival was held at Ipoh, Perak.
Here I'll be presenting about Perak's traditional dances. As we know, there are several dances in Perak, which includes tarian dabus, cempaka sari, sayung, bubu menari, zapin gambus, and also tarian sewang. But the two main dances that I would like to present today is tarian dabus and also tarian cempaka sari. We will start off with tarian dabus. It is said that tarian dabus have been around in Perak for more than 300 years. The main concept of tarian dabus is mainly about heroism. This dance also combines different elements which include music, singing, dancing, and even bravery. Tarian dabus is also accompanied by a traditional instrument that we call rebana dabus or nasyid dabus. Old days, there is a myth that says tarian dabus has a ritual elements in it. So the dancers include a pointy arrow that they call anak dabus during their performance. So at the end of the ritual-like performance, they would stab their arm with that anak dabus, with that arrow, until they bleed. Fortunately, as time passes by and the world has evolved, the dance had been altered to be more friendly towards the dancers, which means at the end of the performance, the dancer would not stab themselves with the tool, with the anak dabus, but they would just act as if they're stabbing their arm. Talking about tarian cempaka sari. Tarian Cempaka is not included in the group of the oldest traditional dances in Perak, as it is found by Puan Roslin Muhammad Razi during the modern era. This dance is an inspiration from the greatness of the 15th Sultan Perak. Tarian Cempaka is performed by female dancers, where their costumes will include long scarves and a hand fan that is embroidered with beautiful golden thread. The long scarf is used to symbolize the grace and politeness of the dancers when performing this dance. Meanwhile, the hand fan is used to symbolize the peaceful life that we can obtain when ruled by a fair and prosperous government.
I am Asia and I am going to share about two things here. Firstly, traditional food in Perak. Firstly, we have rendang tok, bubur anak lebah, and kuih kundas. Rendang tok can be found during Eid celebration, either Aidilfitri or Aidil Adha. Next, we have bubur anak lebah. Bubur anak lebah can be found during wedding ceremony. They use it as a side dish. Actually, bubur anak lebah is same with other porridge, but it's different because it has the honey in as their ingredient. Next we have kuih kundas. Kuih kundas is actually famous for every state, but its origin is in Perak. Kuih kundas has many names, many different names for each state, such as kuih kundas, cakoi, and kuih bantal. Traditional clothes of Perak. Perak has baju puteri Perak that usually being worn by a bride on their wedding day. Next will be the behind the scene of preparation on how to wear a baju puteri Perak. This cloth is made of songket. Songket is a traditional textile from Malaysia. Usually, we will wear this with a few accessories such as big band, or as we know as cucuk sanggul, any bracelet, and other accessories. Okay, next we have baju Melayu cekak musang as shown in the slide. Okay, baju Melayu cekak musang is usually being worn by a groom or other man. They wear on any celebration such as Hari Raya, wedding days, or any days, so they can wear it anytime they want.
Perak, there are two traditional games. For the first game, it is called kicking the feather. This game, you can choose how many players you want. However, they will be played as an individual. All the players need to balance the ball and prevent from falling onto the ground. If the player fails to do so, he will be eliminated. However, the last player who still survives will be a winner. It's marbles. First, you need to draw a circle to place the marbles. You have to draw a straight line which is located 3 meters away from the circle. Each player has different colors of marble to differentiate it. After that, the game starts. The players will take turns to knock out the opponent's marble. The last marbles that still in the circle will be the winner.